Welcome. We gather tonight to honor those who have passed on. Not only those who have passed during this turn of the wheel, but also the ancestors who have gone before us. Tonight, you will meet 4 spirits: the spirit of grief, the spirit of the dead, the spirit of animism, and the spirit of fierce love. I embody the spirit of grief. Tonight, I wear a medical mask to honor those who have passed from COVID-19 this year. I call forth the spirit of animism and the spirit of fierce love for the chalice lighting.
Welcome, beautiful humans. I am the spirit of fierce love. I come this evening with all of these players to speak to you, to soothe the grieving and honor the dead. To begin, we must light the chalice. So I call upon the spirit of animism to light the fire. Thank you, spirit of animism, for always being there, for knowing the depths of the universe, for guiding our nights and our ways, and for keeping the power of the fire as we move through this ritual. Thank you. And now, word from the spirit of grief.
Grief is a universal emotion. It is both individual and collective. We grieve loss, not only from death, but also from disappointment.
Many traditions around grief that can be modified to suit your style of grieving. If you don't have a tradition at hand to review or modify, don't worry. It's easy to create a personal ritual to honor the dead. One simple way is to fashion an altar of loving intent. Gather together items that remind you of the deceased. Put them all in one small space. A small table or a shelf in your home. Find a place that feels good. Somewhere that calls to you. Maybe it's a windowsill where the morning sun kisses the kitchen while you drink your first cup of coffee or tea. Maybe that place is in the garden by candlelight. No space is wrong. What's important is that you fill that space with loving intent, and that the idol of grief is set in motion. Truths and understandings about our deeper selves are revealed. For death is not just about the absence of the deceased. Mostly, it's about learning how we as individuals process loss and suffering after our loved ones have passed. For there's no denying a great change has begun to transform our reality on this planet. We have no choice but to respond to evolutionary forces such as COVID and climate change. As social norms and structures continue to break down worldwide, there will be great suffering and despair. Many more deaths will come. And at a pace we never expected. Grief will feel unquenchable at times, and darkness will surround us. Do not fear. For in the inner depths we can experience the tone of love. In darkness germinates the seeds of compassion to bloom anew. I hear the sound of the dead calling from the afterworld. A musician, come to witness our grief and speak words of wisdom. The spirit of the dead.
Crosses in the borderland, with the red dots, they go hand in hand. The desert has its beauty, with its rainbows and its sunsets. For people who have walked the desert and have died, the last sunset is their soul that is fading, eventually being swallowed by the desert sea. Cruces en el desierto, red dots para el muerto, and the planets have shifted. Climate is high.
Are the ones we've been waiting for. There is space still for salvation and creation of a better world. So make your altars, dance and sing. Embrace your grief. This disruption is all part of what must be in the wheel of life during an evolutionary shift. Our ancestors and loved ones will always be with us. Their existence is our lasting gift, their song never fading. May we honor them with courage, dignity, and reverence.